it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Art live stream. We're just going to continue trimming in this video. I think I really want to focus on the two bunny dishes that we have in progress. This one obviously needs to be carved into a dish, and then the other one has some carving to it and just kind of needs a bit more carving, but let's make some headway on this one. Let me grab a tool. Yeah. So I just kind of want to mark out roughly an edge for the wall of the dish, but just kind of give it a little bit of a buffer. And our clay is it's pretty, it's a good stiffness to it. So we're also going to adjust the side of the wall. I don't know. I feel like it's nicer if the side has an angle to it. So right now it's just straight, but we're going to curve it downwards. So I got my filling knife. Let's do that before I forget. I hate to do all this carving and then be oh yeah, you need to do that still. So yeah, so this is what we're going to be working on. I just worked on trimming some pieces last night off the stream. I didn't throw any more. I think we'll have a good sized batch maybe. If all the in progress pieces were ready for bisquing, I think we would have a good size to bring to the studio. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping to, I want to bring the bisque, the pieces that are ready to be bisqued. I want to bring those as soon as I can. But I'm kind of hoping to bring it maybe by Wednesday, possibly. I want to make sure that I'm not rushing the pieces too much because I'm still working on trimming a bunch. And I do not want them to have any issues in the kiln with being too wet and exploding. A lot of people think there's this myth in ceramics that people will say that pieces explode in the kiln because of trapped air, but that's not true. It's actually because it's always going to happen in the bisque firing because those pieces are not fully dry. They're not actually bone dry 100%, and that is why pieces might explode in a kiln, or they'll burst, shatter, whatever whatever word you want to use. But I don't know, even people that have been doing pottery for years still believe the myth. But I don't know. If you don't believe me, you can do your own research, I guess. But I watched a video of someone that kind of more fully explained it. And actually did some kind of tests to show that. The reason why it's associated with air being trapped, is because that is like more often when the clay is not going to be fully dry. So if you had like a sphere, and it was hollow on the inside, someone might say that it's going to like explode in the kiln, but it like wouldn't necessarily do that if it actually was dry. And the reasoning is that if you have two spheres, one has a hole in it and then one doesn't, the one with the hole in it is going to get more airflow and it's going to dry faster than the one without the hole. Because the one without the hole has to dry only from the outside inwards, and that's going to take longer, whereas the other sphere would be able to dry like from both sides of the clay wall. So enclosed pieces will take longer to dry, and people think when they see the outside dry that it's ready to be bisqued, but then in reality, like the inside is like still wet. So that's kind of like the thought process behind that. I mean, it's also why people like will typically, like with sculptures and stuff, people will hollow them out because, well, for one thing, it's not going to take as long. It's not going to take as long to dry if your sculpture is like 4 inches thick of clay than if it was hollowed out. Like, it's just going to be a lot faster. But I think a lot of the time people are trying to like avoid that, like like avoid like something going wrong with it. You'd also have to slow dry it because you wouldn't want like any parts of it to dry faster than others. So I don't know, it was just like, it would just take so much more time for it to like fully dry in those cases. Okay, I think we're about good with like the side of this. But like it kind of like, if you think about it, it doesn't really like make sense that like closed forms are going to explode like in the kiln because it only happens during bisque, right? But like you could put it in a glazed kiln and it's not gonna do anything. But I think like people might not get to that step because it already like exploded. So there's that. Okay. All right, so let's just kind of like trace out where the foot is going to be on the back side. You always want to have like some sort of foot on the bottom of your pieces just so it should like cut down on like how wobbly it will be. Because the clay will warp. When it's drying, it's gonna warp. When it's in the kiln, a bunch of times. So it's really good to just like help mitigate some of that. This is just how I do the feet on my little trinket dishes, but there's like a bunch of different things that you could do. Let's see, let's carve out a little bit over here. And then once we get like a good amount, we'll just kind of like carve out a bunch from the front. So, I don't really have like too many like updates, but I luckily got a half day at work. So I'm off work now. And I'm gonna go to Georgie's and pick up some things. I've been doing so much underglazing. And like the last time I went to the store, I forgot to kind of like restock some of the underglazes that I use a lot. So I'm gonna pick up some more of those for sure. And I think I told you guys earlier, I'm planning on doing like an all over glaze coverage for the turtle containers. They're kind of like a little like sandbox turtle. That's what they look like. So the shell is the lid to it, and I just feel like I don't really like the look for a container to like have like an unglazed section, because it's so like short in the first place. I don't know, you know? I just feel like it's gonna look cute if it was like fully glazed. I have never used stilts before, never ever. But it shouldn't, I don't know, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's just a clear glaze. I don't think the clear glaze moves too much. I don't know if you're supposed to like use a cookie if you're using a stilt. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so, but I don't know. The studio has a bunch of cookies if I do need to use one. I need to make some more for sure. I don't know, maybe I'll put that on my to-do list this weekend. Kiln cookies are super easy to make. It's just like, I roll out a slab of clay and then cut it out and then try get to dry flat. That's it. And then I get them bisque fired and then they're ready to use. I don't know if you could just skip the bisque or not and then just like directly put them under a glazed piece. I don't know if you can do that. I'm not sure about that, but I've bisqued mine. Oh yeah, I might pick up some kiln wash. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's like a good idea or if it's a waste of money to put kiln wash on your kiln cookies. I asked Reddit and I have to review what they've said. But if I am going to get some kiln wash, it's gonna be today. Yeah, well, hopefully, I keep it to a minimum. Last time, no, it was the time before that. I spent way too much money on accident, like completely on accident. I spent way too much money. So I need to like not pick up any glaze when I go, and that's probably like the key thing not to do when I go to the ceramic store. I don't know, maybe some carving tools or something. Maybe I'll pick up something. But nothing too crazy. I don't know. I'll just see what I get, and if there's anything sort of interesting, maybe we'll do like a shop haul. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I feel like people like to watch those. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I get. And then I don't know. Maybe I'll get some clay. I have like 3 bags of clay. And oh man, I don't know. I have so much reclaim. I have like 3 mounds of clay drying. And I have like 2 batches of reclaim that are ready to use. Maybe I'll pick up like 1 bag of clay. I don't know. It's really hard when I have like 2. because I have to get through it before it dries out. And because I work full time, you know, doing not this. It's kind of hard for me to like get through the bags of clay, but it really depends on like how much wheel throwing I'm doing, because sometimes I don't wheel throw for like months. And I just started doing a bunch of wheel throwing like the other day, and now I have like half a bag of clay that is like ready to use, other than the reclaim. So I don't know. I have like 3 bags of clay, but like 2 of them are like a fourth full, and then one of them's like half full. But I can't go to Georgie's like all the time. So sometimes I just like, I buy a lot of stuff when I go, because I don't really know the next time I am going to go. I have to like, I don't know, like take time off work to go to Georgie's. Because they're only open on the weekend. Or no, they're not open on the weekend. They're only open during my work hours. Unless there's like a holiday that I get off, but they don't get off. I don't know. I don't know what that would look like. I'm not sure. Maybe like Memorial Day or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're closed that day. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to use this thing. I feel like maybe I should use a smaller carving tool, but I'm also wondering if I should just like sharpen my tools. I just have like the cheap of the cheap tools. I think maybe for like, I don't know, like Christmas or something, maybe I'll put on like some other quality tools or something, but it's not something I need, you know? I'm still working on the second shop update. I took some new photos yesterday that I have not tried to edit yet. I was just kind of like hoping that it was bright enough. It was sunny when I was taking the photos, so I think they'll be good. Because the other ones I took were, they were too dark. And the color was extremely wonky, and I really didn't want to deal with it. So I just retook the photos. So I still have to edit those. I really want to get as much as like this trimming done. So I'm not sure when I'm going to actually work on the photos and the like shop update. Because that, I mean, the shop update doesn't really matter. I don't even think anybody cares that much. You know, but like I'm really trying to like bust some work out because I think I told you guys yesterday or something. I'm trying to like get all this like stuff done because I have some kind of like, I have some stuff in here that I want to give to my mom when she comes visit. She's visiting at the end of the month. So it sounds like a lot of time, but I need to like reach my like kind of like minimum for firing. I think like if you've watched the stream, you know, but when I go to fire my pieces, I do outside firing. So that means that I am not like affiliated with the studio I'm firing at. Like I'm not taking classes there. I don't have a membership. The only thing I do there is I show up and I pay them to fire my pieces. So that's called outside firing. And they kind of have like a rule of thumb kind of for how they charge you. So the minimum is $15, and that is so you have like one layer in the kiln of a shelf, and then it's like half the like that one layer is split into two shelves. One shelf of like you put all your work on that one shelf, which is half the layer in the kiln, if that makes any sense, like a half a level or whatever. One shelf is $15, but that's like the minimum. So if I brought in like this singular bunny trinket dish, it would be $15 to fire, but it would be also $15 if I brought in a bunch of pieces that fit that one shelf, if that makes sense. So that's like the minimum. And then if I go over that one shelf, they just kind of like charge by like how much space you took up in addition to that. So it might be like $20 or something or whatever, I don't know, depending on like how much I brought in. I tried to bring in more than the one shelf, like slightly more than that, just to like ensure that I am actually reaching that minimum. Especially for bisquing, because I don't know like exactly how they figure that out. Like, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how all this goes. So, because you can stack a bunch of pieces together on top of each other when you do a bisque, I want to like make sure that I am bringing in like a bunch of stuff, you know, because I don't really know, like, I don't know how much they're going to stack up. I don't know like how exactly that goes. I think you have to do it in a certain way that their like airflow can move around or something. I don't know exactly the details. But I think there are like some limitations to the stacking. So yeah, I just want to like make sure I have a bunch of stuff. So that's why I'm kind of like rushing a bit and just like making a bunch of new stuff at the moment, like on the wheel. So I'm trying to get that picture done for my mom. We've been talking about this. That darn picture, we made two, and one of them didn't make it. It had way too many issues with it. And then the other one, I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure if I could save it. And I got glazed and like glaze fired and stuff, but it has some issues with it, and I don't want to give it to my mom because I want to give her something nice. So still working on the picture. The picture is in progress right now. I need to like finish up carving it, and I need to roll out a handle for it. attach the handle, and then maybe we'll get that done by Wednesday. I don't know, because you kind of have to like slow dry the handle and stuff. Like you have to slow dry the whole thing. I don't know. We'll just see. I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't think my mom cares like that much. If it's like a little late. But I'm gonna try really hard to get all this stuff done. That's why I want to go to the store today and pick up those stilts for the turtles. The turtles are like ready to go. They need to be like glazed. But otherwise they're just like, they're ready. They're already underglazed, and that would take up like a good chunk of the kiln, especially if I'm not firing the lids on top of them. And they're gonna be on stilts, so that should be like, I think like once I get the bisque back, I already have enough pieces here on the side that could just like immediately go into a glaze firing after I glaze my mom's stuff, if that makes sense. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm kind of planning on just doing like a glaze on the pitcher. Nothing like too crazy. But I am, I don't know, I kind of want to make her like cowboy boot. I think that would be fun. Those, yeah, I think we have all 4 of those. Like they're done being trimmed and they're just like drying over there. So those ones will definitely be ready. And then I made her a, I mentioned this before. So like every day without fail for decades, my mom's breakfast is coffee and like toast. It's like cinnamon raisin toast. Like every single morning. So I thought it'd be like kind of cute to make her, because I was just thinking about it, from that like other toast trinket dish that we made earlier. If I, like, that one was too small. The trinket dish turned out to be maybe like this big. I don't know what that, it's like 4 inches. So it's a bit small to put like toast on, but I was like, oh, what if I made one a bit bigger, that my mom could use as like a plate for her toast? Like, I don't know, like I think it's kind of cute. Some people might think it's stupid to put toast on your toast plate. I don't know, that it's just that's just something that I kind of enjoy, how stupid it is. And I think my mom would enjoy that too, but I'm going to try and make it kind of like not a generic like piece of toast, but I'm gonna try to like maybe like somehow do like a cinnamon swirl on it or something. And like maybe like kind of like put little dots in there for like the raisins, and like I don't know, I think that'd be kind of cute. something more advanced that I don't have in the works. But I don't know. You can let me know what you think about this. So, oh my gosh. When was this? This was like years ago. Like years ago. Possibly 10 years ago. I don't know. My mom has had this like a handmade like pottery set. What is it? It's like flour, sugar, and then the other one she has coffee grounds in. And it's like it's a canister set that this local guy made. And one of the, I think it must be the sugar. One of them, I broke the jar lid. I don't know how, but I broke it, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think if the guy that made it really wanted to, he could possibly remake it. I don't, like, remake the lid? I don't know. But that would include having, like, all of those materials that he had when he made it at the time. I mean, my mom's had this thing for a long time, so he might not have that anymore. I don't know what he used on it. Because there's like, I don't know, could be like an oxide wash or something, kind of like decorating it. I don't know what it is exactly. But I do know that it's like, it's not easy to like make something like that, because obviously to make the lid to a jar, you want to make it at the same time. Like, you want to make both at the same time so you know it's gonna fit. And typically you want to fire things, like, you want to typically fire the lids on top of the piece, because they can warp a little bit in the firing. And I don't know, I think it's possible that it might not fit if you fire them separately. It's just like, I think it's just better practice if you fire them together. So there's like, there are some like hurdles and stuff to making a new lid. I don't know. I mean, my mom probably paid like I don't know, probably a couple $100 or something. I have no idea. For this set. But I don't know. What if I like made her my own set? I don't know. Because she really likes the one that she has. But I don't know. She does really like the stuff that I make. I don't know if that's like a good idea, or if she would be like, oh, but I like the one that I bought. I don't know. But it's a thought that maybe I will think about as like a future like gift for her or something. I don't know. I don't really, most of the time I don't know like what my mom would want like for me to make. My mom's not all that girly. She's very like, I mean, she lives on a small farm and has like, well, we used to have like goats and horses, but now she just has like the dogs and chickens and like 1 or 2 bunnies. But so that's why I feel like the cowboy boot would be really cute. But otherwise, like just making like a vase or something, like I don't even know like what my mom would like. Like I mean, she says she likes like all the stuff that I make, so that really doesn't help. like, she's just not really, like a girly girl, like, that would, you know, want, like, trinket dishes or, I mean, I don't know. She has, like, vases and stuff, but it's not really that often that she, like, has flowers to put in the vase. I don't know. All these things. But I don't know. Those are some ideas that for me, like, think about. Maybe, like, making her something. It would be kind of cute if I made, like, some custom, like, dog bowls for the dogs, but I can't really, I don't know. I think I would have to visit first. I'm not sure what the dog situation looks like. I do know they have these mega bowls that are, like, I don't know. The bowls that my mom has for the dogs are, like, 12 inches around. So that would definitely be, like, not the easiest thing to make. Like, I would maybe have to, like, I don't know, take a stab at it and, like, see how it goes. But I wouldn't be surprised if I had to, like, scrap it and, like, remake it or something. I don't know. That's really big. I don't have any bowls that are that big. I have made, like, I did make a, what do you call it? Like a serving dish. I made, like, a serving dish one time, and that thing was really big. But yeah, I know I think the dogs have 2 bowls of water. I don't know how many food bowls they have. I don't know if it's just 1 or if there are 2 or something. I don't know. But there are 3 dogs. I don't know. Or, like, should I, like, customize it? Because our one dog is getting really old. Like, he's getting up there. That's why my mom bought another dog. She bought a puppy. And then he was supposed to, like, teach the puppy, like, oh, like, you know, the things. Teach the puppy the ropes. And then the mom of the puppy, the lady was, like, just offering her for free. So my mom was like, sure, I guess. So now my mom currently has 3 dogs. So I don't know if I personalized it and then, like, the one passed away, like, would my mom just be really sad? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I would be really sad. I don't know. And I think she would bury him. So I think an urn is, like, out of the question, probably. She buried our last dog that passed away. The other dogs that we had, those have all been buried. So I don't think, like, I mean, you know, I think someone would comment, like, oh, you can make an urn. But, like, I think she's just gonna, like, bury it in the yard. I don't know. It makes me so sad. Like, this dog, like, I grew up with him. We got him. When we got him, I think, like, it was, like, maybe. I think it was, like, when I was in, like, high school, I think. I don't think think I had him when I was in middle school. I think it was when I was in high school. That's when we got him. And like I grew up with him, you know. He's like, I mean, for a long time he's been around, and I don't know, it's really sad to think that he's gonna like pass away at like any point. And he's such a good boy. He's literally the best dog like ever. Like, my mom would like take him, well, he's really like he doesn't like to be left alone. So my mom takes him everywhere. And like this one time she like had to like run out of the car, and she left her like McDonald's hamburger on the seat, and he didn't even eat it. He didn't even touch it. Like, what dog? Even if you say you have a good dog, like, what dog does that, you know? Like, he's just like ultra good. Sometimes he's like too good, where he's like really weird. Like, he will not jump up on the couch unless you tell him that he can, and we have no idea why. Like, there's no reason like why he thinks he can't go on the couch. And like, I don't know, he has like a very polite bark when he wants to go, like when he is outside and he wants to come inside, he has like a special bark for asking to come in, which like we did not train him to do that. He just, I don't know, he just does. He's just such a good dog. Anyway, I don't know, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I have to think about it. And I've been thinking about, like, I do think it would be really fun to incorporate like some kind of like personalized ceramics into my shop. I'm still trying to like kind of think about like how exactly I would want to go about it in a way that would not be overwhelming. I don't know. I haven't like, I've been casually thinking about it, but not like, I haven't been like intensely thinking about it for very long. But it's just kind of like crossed my mind a few times, on like what I could do. I do think it would be really fun to have like personalized like trinket dishes like this one that I'm working on, but like I don't know, like a cat or a dog, or personalized bunny ones. I think that'd be really cool, like if it would like look like your pet, but at the same time I'm trying to figure out like how can I do that so that it wouldn't be really hard to do, because like I don't know, I'm such a detail person, like you know, some like obviously they're really easy ones, like people out there do have a bunny that's just all black, or a dog that's all black, and that would be so easy. Right? But then there are other like coat patterns and stuff that are like really crazy and would be like kind of intimidating to do, and I'm like, I'm not really sure how I would paint that in underglaze. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm still like trying to figure out like how I could do that in a way that would not be like crazy, and I wouldn't want to disappoint someone either. I wouldn't want to like, you know, be like, okay guys, I'm doing commissions, and then like I spent all this time like making, you know, the dish, and then they're like, that doesn't look like my pet. Or you know, like, how disappointing for both of us would that be? It would be very disappointing, because it's like, what am I gonna do with it? Right? Like, like just ultra specific coat pattern on one of the dishes. I mean, it's like, maybe I could sell it, you know, as just like, you know, like a general one to put in, like, it doesn't have like a name on it, you know. But like, I don't know, I'm not sure how to go about it in a way that I can simplify it, but I think it would be super fun to be able to like offer and do. I think like a step below that would be, I don't know, like maybe maybe it's like a bowl with like their name on it. I don't know if there's gonna be anything else there. Like, I have seen those on Etsy where it's like, you know, it's like, it's for a dog, so it has a dog bone, and then it says like their name. Or like, I don't know, like, if there should be a design, like some kind of like artwork on it other than the name. Or, I don't know. Or if, like, should it be like striped or something? Or like should there be anything there? Or is it just like the name? In a nice, like, I don't know, font or whatever. I could do a font if I wanted to. That would require me to get my silhouette out of the storage, but it would be kind of fun. If you don't know what I'm referring to, a silhouette, I have a silhouette cameo. It is like the equivalent, it's just a different brand. It's the equivalent to a Cricut. It's kind of like a printer, but instead of like a spout where it is shooting out ink, it has like a knife kind of, and you can put like different materials in it, but particularly probably like vinyl. A lot of people will do like vinyl stickers or something. And then you, just like a printer, you connect it to your computer, and then you send the design to it, and then it cuts it out in that shape. So that shape could be all kinds of different things. It could be like a line drawing, sort of. Like, it would have to be really simplified, and the line would have to be like a certain, you know, thickness. But you can also do like names too. If you've ever seen maybe like on Etsy or something, like maybe it's like a tumbler that has like somebody's name on it, and they're like, oh yes, get your personalized tumbler. It says like Stacy. Like, that might have been something like that. Possibly. There are all kinds of different ways you can personalize things, but yeah, but ceramics, you could do something like that. You could, I don't know if you would use vinyl. I mean, I think you could as like, because then it's gonna kind of like stick, but I don't know. You could probably maybe use paper. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd have to think about it more. But you can do that and like just stick it on and then use it as like a resist. It's definitely like, I mean, it's not, I don't know if I would say like it's a lot of extra work. I mean, it is extra work, but I think that could be really cute to do. And it's like, I already have the tools to do that. Like, I wouldn't have to go out and buy all this stuff. Like, I don't know how much a silhouette is to buy right now, but I think when I got it a number of years ago, it was like somewhere between $200 and $300. So like, it's not really something you would just like generally on a whim go to the store and buy. Unless you're me, you know. Unless you're me, maybe you would do that. But yeah, I don't know. I really have to, I don't know, I think I kind of like check out Pinterest when I actually have time to. I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm trying to hustle through making these pieces at the moment, but when I actually have some time, I think I want to like check out Pinterest and just kind of like see what's out there for personalization, because I think it'd be really fun. Like people are gonna love it so much more than something that's not personalized. You know, like, I think it would be like so fun, and like I kind of think that could bring some more sales to my store, and like get more eyes on my shop, because I kind of feel like people would be more likely to share it with their friends and stuff. Like, I don't know if I've ever, okay, maybe once I've had somebody share their order from me like on Instagram, but that's like, it's super rare at the moment for me. But I think people would be more likely to do that, or maybe more likely to leave a review. And I mean, I don't know, just getting some more sales through the store would be, you know, really great. But at the same time, I would be like really scared if like it got like too crazy. I don't know. I had this one point where an influencer shared my Etsy store to a bunch of people, and like I sold out of all, like a bunch of the coasters I was making at the time. And then like everybody was messaging me, and they're like, are you gonna make more of these? Are you gonna like, you know, are you gonna put this listing back up? And I was like, oh my God, like these people are here, they're ready to buy, and I don't have anything to give them because the coasters that I was making were knitted by hand, and each one takes like an hour to make, which by any standards of making something by hand is not bad. But like one single person, like I've had like a number of people at that time bought like 6 in their order, and that was only one order, right? So, and it's like some people bought like 2, some people bought 3 or something, and like there was just this massive backlog, and it was insanity, and it was really like, it was really good, but at the same time it's made me really worried about like launching items in the store that are not physically completed, you know? So that would be like custom orders. So I'm like, I need to figure out like a way to do this that would make sense. And I know people want things right away, and a lot of people do not want to wait that long to get things. And sometimes even when you tell people like, hey, like, you know, like I was telling people, this is a pre-order, like it's not ready. I'm so backlogged. I was like, I need like 2 weeks or something until I can ship this out. I need a month to make it before I can ship it out, like whatever that was. And like some people were like so upset because they like didn't know that it was a pre-order and they didn't read the description or anything, and a bunch of people were really upset and they're like, when is this gonna ship out? Like, I ordered this a week ago, and I'm like, it's not even done. Because it's a pre-order. I think that'd be a really great thing for Etsy to add to their website, because like you need like alarm bells going off in the listing to tell people like, this is not ready. I need time to make it, and this is how long it's going to take before I can ship it. You know, like even having pre-order, the first 2 words, or I don't know, with a dash, is it 1 word? I don't know, whatever. Even having that as the first word in the listing, and then in the listing description talking about it, people still didn't even see that or like know that it like they were pre-order items, and I'm just like I don't know, sellers like that want offer pre-orders like really need something to like stand out about those listings so people know where to put their expectations. Because like, I mean, I've been selling on Etsy for years and people do not read the description. They might not even look at all of the photos in the listing. like you need to make it extremely obvious, you know, like for like, I don't know, those types of things. And like, instead of like launching dumb things that nobody asked for, I feel like Etsy should like actually listen to the community and like give sellers the things that like we want to happen. Like, I don't think anybody asked for drop shipping and they're like, guess what's new? Drop shipping. And that has like been so bad for everybody, because now people are just selling things made in China, and Etsy has no way of really, it's really bad. Like nothing is like regulated, and they're just kind of like those things are just popping up all the time. Anyway. Anyway, well, we just have a few more minutes left, but we made some great headway into this little dish here. Let me see. Should I do some like touch-ups? It's kind of like warping a little bit. Yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, it could definitely be something I could limit. I really I don't like telling people no. Especially if it means they're giving me money. You know? Right? Like, I'm gonna give you money if you make some art for me. Like, it's hard to say no to that. So I don't know. I'll just have to kind of, when I actually have some time, I'll have to like think about it. I think that'd be a really great thing to bring to my shop. I'm just not really 100% sure like how I want to do that. I don't know. Maybe I could just like start off like really simple. With some things. Just like, I don't know, maybe like just like the personalized like water dish, food dish, would be really simple. Like if it just like had their name on it. And that's not like so bad. I mean, I have my own pets, so I wouldn't mind, you know, like doing something for them. Like making my cat a like, I don't know, water dish with her name on it or something. Something like that. But I'll have to, I don't know, I kind of like, what's the word, like logistically think about it, or I don't know what the word is. Maybe that is the word. I always feel really bad when people like come to me for like custom work, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with like pricing that. Like generally when people like come to me for stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's not very often that I do take custom work. I've never done custom ceramic pieces. I actually have had a few people like ask me. Actually, the majority of people that have reached out to me for custom work has been for ceramics. But I've never taken any of them. A lot of those were like a while ago, and the majority were ones that people like, I don't know. This one lady, she bought this cup from me, but then she broke it. And she was like, I love this cup. Can you like make me another one? And actually that one was pretty recent, but I was like really sad. I had to like tell her no, because I don't have those same like clays and glazes anymore. Because what she bought for me was from years ago, when I was in Nebraska, and now I don't have those clays or glazes. So I had to tell her no, but I also like told her how she could like repair it in a food safe way if she really wanted to. That would be kintsugi. If you don't know what I'm talking about, kintsugi is a Japanese method. It's really popular right now, like it's trending, and people love to throw around the word kintsugi even when it's like not. But traditional kintsugi, if you use it to fix your ceramic piece, it will be food safe if you use the traditional method. And that includes using lacquer and real gold. You can get like kintsugi kits online, like on Etsy. You can buy them on Amazon. Like there are different places where you can buy them. But if you are going to get one, it should be like at least $100. I don't know if they're more than that, but if you see one that's like $30, that's not what you want. If you want it to be food safe, because people have made like on Amazon and stuff like listings and say it's kintsugi, but it's like a knockoff thing, where it is using like gold looking paint, but it's not real gold, and it's not food safe. I mean, some things wouldn't matter. Like if it was like a trinket dish, it wouldn't matter. But if you're, if it's like your bowl or your plate or your mug, and you want to eat or drink food from it, like it needs to be food safe, right? And yeah, the $30 ones will just have like some household like super glue or something in the kit with like possibly some kind of like, what was that one? I think I saw one that was like resin or something. I don't know much about resin, but if you were going to go a resin route, you want to make sure that you know if it's food safe. I'm not sure if they can be. I know there are different types of resins, which is why I don't know much about that. But yeah, a traditional kintsugi kit is going to have lacquer, it's gonna have real gold, and it's gonna be like at least $100 for like a very small kit. Which is why if you ever see potters doing kintsugi, some people will like purposefully break their pieces so that they can do kintsugi on it, which is like you glue it together and then you put gold on it. Sorry, I forgot to like tell you what this exactly was. Like that's why it's gonna cost you a lot of money, because even like a small repair kit is like $100 and it's like, and it's a lot. Not to mention like the actual process of doing it takes days. Obviously it depends on like how many layers of the lacquer you're going to do. But this tutorial that I watched, it was like multiple layers of it, and you have to wait in between the layers for it to dry, and it does take a long time to do. So yeah, I don't know, good to know if you want that option, but I know like most people probably wouldn't do that, I don't think. Okay, well, we are going to pack up here, but thank you so much for joining and watching the stream. I'm gonna go work on some other things before I go to Georgie's. I need to kind of figure out what glazes, or no, I don't need to buy any glazes. I need to figure out what underglazes I need to buy there and all that. But yeah, well, thank you so much for watching the stream and joining. Be sure to follow along so you know when I come back on for streams. All of the videos will be uploaded to YouTube at Callie & Co. There you can find a whole live stream playlist with all of the Twitch videos in it. And then there are some other videos on the YouTube if you want to check those out. I have a few ceramic tutorials. And then I also have some videos on like small handmade business topics or just videos for general artists. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube, like the video, and follow on Twitch if you haven't. And then if you're watching on Twitch, there's a link in my profile to the YouTube or my Instagram or my shops if you want to check that out. And then if you're on YouTube, that link is just going to be in the description. It's going to be my link tree. Well, yeah. Well, that is what we have today. I don't know what we're going to do on Monday, but maybe we'll start working on like a new project. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll do some glazing because I really need to get that done. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye.